Did y'all know this? Did you know that Isabelle Brown is involved in a very serious lawsuit that's currently going on now? For those of you who don't watch her, Katie Joy, without a crystal ball, has been following this court case per usual. And she posted about it. But first, before we get into it, can we discuss Isabel's boyfriend that she had at Christine's wedding? Are they still together? Does anybody know? That's what I'm nosy about. Is Isabel still with this guy that she was with? She had brought him to, that was her date at Christine and David's wedding. I'm curious. Hey, they was a beautiful couple. If they are, I just want to know where their relationship is. I'm just being nosy. But let's get into the topic at hand. I'm going to play some clips from Katie's recent video where she discussed the details of said lawsuit. And then we'll discuss.
Isabel responded to the lawsuit by admitting that she did rear end the person that was in front of her. She denied that she hit the woman that obviously was injured. And she also claimed that she lacked information to determine that it was because of what she did that it caused the injuries to the woman. And she also denied aspects of the woman's claims about how everyone else stopped, but she didn't, and it was all her fault. It's kind of a mess. She is asserting a bunch of different claims and also suggesting that she's not as at fault as what this woman is saying, and instead saying that the court needs to determine if she is found liable, to what percentage liability she has, and if it can be split across other people. And then she also told the court that it's clear that this woman may have received benefits from her own insurance company, and that needs to be taken into account before anything is paid out from her. So the lawsuit is remaining between Isabel and the woman. Okay. Now, something interesting occurred a couple days ago, and that is that the woman ended up filing a offer of settlement. Okay. This can be done generally, and typically it's by defendants, but a plaintiff in the state of Utah can file what's called a offer of judgment. So this is a offer where she's saying, you can pay me this amount of money. It will meet all of these claims. And if you pay this, I will waive everything else that we have against you. This will settle the dispute. But if you don't accept this, you could be on the hook for this plus more if we move forward to trial and it's deemed that you are liable. So she filed it on the 20th, and under the law, they are supposed to file it 14 days before a trial would start. And then once the offer is initiated, the individual has 14 days to respond. So it says, plaintiff agrees to accept $225,000. That's how much she's looking for from Isabel. $225,000. The amount includes all applicable and accrued costs, attorney's fees, interest, and other sums to which plaintiff is or may be entitled. If the defendant agrees to allow the judgment in favor of Isabelle Brown in that amount to be entered against them. Plaintiff further agrees that acceptance of this offer shall constitute a full and complete settlement of all present claims which plaintiff has or may have against the defendant for their insurer regarding the incident of negligence which gives rise to this litigation. They represent and present this 14 days or more before a trial, and it will remain open for at least 14 days. And if it is not accepted by the defendant, they may be obligated to pay the plaintiff's cost incurred after the date of the offer. So what they're saying is that to this point, my medical expenses, my lost whatever wages, my pain, my suffering, the attorney's fees that I've had to spend bringing this case to court, and all of the fees associated are equal to $225,000. It would appear that she was served this on the 20th of August. It was sent to Isabel's attorneys. And so far on September 11th, there has been no acceptance of this. So what that means is if she declines the settlement and they go to trial, it's giving Miss Isabel an idea of what the out-of-pocket judgment could be against her. And it does sound like this judgment could go against her insurer. So I'm not sure if she is going to bring in or loop in the insurer at this point. And there's been nothing filed by an insurance company to this point. But it would appear that at least for now, they're going to go to trial. But if she were to lose, Isabel, and it all goes into the favor of the plaintiff, that's a lot of money, a ton. Now, I've done research about accidents in this area, And I specifically looked up when there were chain reaction accidents and what kind of injuries were consistent or if people were getting seriously injured. And the answer is yes. In fact, in this very area, there have been accidents where people have died in similar types of accidents where it's a chain reaction. There's been accidents as recently as this year where people have had to be life flighted out of, the area of the interstate. The interstate had to be shut down for several hours as they cleared the accident scene. So it's a freeway. So there's a high probability here that she did have and may have sustained serious injuries. I don't know what they were. She hasn't disclosed that. And Isabel has acknowledged that she caused the accident. Something similar happened to Peyton. He was on the road in Nevada and he ended up rear-ending two women that were in a car together. Both of them sustained injuries. In that case, the total amount that they paid out was over $35,000. This was not on the freeway and it did not involve multiple cars. But Cody and Peyton fought that all the way to arbitration. And they went to an arbitrator who basically determined that based upon the hospital records, the accident records, the police records, that he was at fault and he was negligent. So it's to see an amount of $225,000 seems to tell me that whatever did happen, the accident caused serious injuries that may have required hospitalization. And in the state of Utah, in order to bring a negligence claim, you have to exceed $3,000 or more in expenses. So when I saw the $225,000, I was like, that is a huge number. Now, that doesn't mean that she'll win, but you have to have the assumption that in a court of law, the plaintiff's allegations are deemed true until proven otherwise and taken as fact by the court. And what happens next is they have a schedule that they're following. So if she decides that she is going to reject this as an offering, it will have Isabel needs to respond to the initial disclosures. So the woman that's suing Isabel has already provided Isabel with initial disclosures, which is basically giving her the information that she has about her case, witnesses, and basic details. Okay. And Isabel has until September 16th to respond, and she's going to provide hers to the woman. They're going to be in fact discovery, and that will end on April 14th. They have expert discovery due by November 10th of 2026. They have to have their alternative dispute resolution, which means basically like arbitration or a mediator done by the same time, November 10th, and then a readiness for trial by the 10th of November of 26, all on my birthday. And then if there are any settlements or stipulations that occur before then, they are to notify the court. So she has already said she wants to go to trial. She wants a jury trial. That's what she has done. And the plaintiff here is just saying, well, if we go to trial and if you lose, just know that you will owe me beyond $225,000. Because if they go through the process of litigation and they have to do all of the discovery and go through the motions and then go through a trial, it's just going to add an exponential amount of money onto the already large bill that they claim is due to them. Sometimes in these types of cases, the insurance companies will settle because they don't want to go to trial. They don't want to increase the costs beyond what is already due. If it's a very clean cut case and they know they're at fault, they will settle. But if it's amounts that are questionable to the insurance company and they decide, I don't know if I believe this, or if there's other evidence that could suggest that other people or other parties were liable, they might take it to trial.
Uh-oh. It's never good when you're taken to court for anything. Okay? It's never good. But I will say this. She does have a good support system behind her, meaning her family. She's got a large family, and they seem, for the most part, most of them, seem to be very supportive. Now, as far as the insurance goes, I don't know if Isabel had insurance, but I would think so. I mean, I would think that would be required. At least in this state, it's required. You have to have insurance. Like, you have to. There's no way around that. You can't even buy a car around here, not nowhere, without insurance. But I know everywhere is different. I know that. I'm also assuming for, her celebrity status and the fact that they are rich, they probably have insurance. They've all got brand new vehicles. I'm pretty sure they've all got insurance. That's just my speculation. Would love to know what you think, though. Don't forget, I am reading Christine Brown Woolley's book, Sister Wife, over on my Patreon right now. My Patreon is linked in the description of every video if you want to come join us and read along with me. It is so interesting, and I appreciate Christine so much for being so open and honest. Also, don't forget, Sister Wives Season 20 premieres Sunday, September 28th, exclusively on TLC at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Set them DVRs. I love you for watching. Don't forget to like and share this video and also subscribe. I'll see you in my next video or in the comments below.